Hello, welcome back. It's Wednesday, April the 16th, and I was going to wait until the weekend to plant these, but it's supposed to be nice weather the next 3 days, so I want to be outside. I want to get this done. It is about the time to do it anyway. What I'm going to plant today is tomatoes, mortgage lifter, beaver lodge slicer, 42 days, Scotia, Brandywine, Berkeley tie-dye, bush beefsteak, early Siberian, speckled Roman, and the most exciting one, I was given a fully vine-ripened Amish paste tomato in the fall, and I saved the seeds, so I have an Amish paste. These, except for the 42 days one, all of these have been the favorites that I've thought were the best over the past 8 years. Now I do have a ton of other seed, but for this year I'm just going to plant these. So that's 10 varieties of tomatoes I'm going to plant. I have eggplant, Ping Tung Long. These are older seeds. I have some new seeds. This is the one I tried to grow last year, and that's long purple. So the instructions says to sow them 8 to 12 weeks before our last frost. Of course, that time is gone by, but we'll plant them and see how well they come. It's 60 days to maturity. Of course, that's 60 days from transplant. So, weather depending, of course, we still could probably get eggplant. Now, as for the peppers, I have 3 plants in the sunroom I think might are still looking like they might revive and grow again this year. I'll give you a look at what they're looking like. These turn brown very early now, see. You can see it's warm enough here in the sunroom. All the weed seeds, they weren't growing all winter, and now they're starting to grow where there are weed seeds. And so it's warm enough for things to grow. All of these that are completely brown, they are the hot peppers. Even though the hot peppers are shorter days to maturity. This one here, I'll put my hand behind it to shade some light. You see the branch is still green? Now this held on to live leaves until it got down to -2 one night. We had a really cold night, and I didn't have much fire in, so it got down to -2 here, and that's after that is when the leaves died and dropped off. This is one of the sweet ones, and I can't remember whether it's chocolate pepper or California Wonder now. But it does look like it's slowly dying back. In here, I cut this one back to a single stem, if you remember. And that single stem is staying quite green. I don't see anything to suggest any growth on it. That is a chocolate pepper. I got the sign label down right there. And this one, the soil is cracked in that, but there is moisture in that. Down right there, you see the 2 little starts on either side? It looks like I'm going to get a start growing there. And maybe that little bit right there. So this one looks to be the most promising of them now. So that's, what did we see? 3 of the sweet peppers seem to have made it through. So next year I'll try again, but what I'll do, I'm going to put them, see, I got 2 there. I can put 2 in that one and maybe another 2, so I'd have like 6 plants. And then I could also put a blanket down over them, right, and maybe attach it to the windowsill right there and drape it over them, and then keep it about 4 degrees around them or something like that, right? So I'm going to plant a new set of peppers. Hot Portugal, apple sweet. Now this is the new one that we didn't do before, so that's an excitement to find out in the fall what they taste like. Alma Pepperica. These are so nice. I made, well, a 500ml bottle right full of paprika powder from these. California Wonder, chocolate pepper, and this is the Apache F4. Now, Apache F4, this is from the original Apache pepper a few years ago, and they have been doing very well. So as long as I can get some hot peppers and it grow well, I will continue to save the seeds every year. Last year I would have put in F3, and this year it'd be F4. I need to collect more varieties of peppers because, of course, I don't have a pepper that grows really well. The Apache descendants are the best I have. There's another one here. Oh no, it's Hot Portugal. Shintaka Ghost. I have to find the Shintaka Ghost seeds. And keep collecting other varieties because, of course, I want to find out what variety grows best where I live. And the other thing is we've got a broccoli munchkin, early Jersey Wakefield cabbage, the Salicita violeta. This is a purple cauliflower. Red Express cabbage. This is my favorite cabbage. And the Romanesco broccoli, which is my favorite broccoli. Over this entire, the seeds that I've selected out here, this is 23 varieties of seeds. And I'll find that other pepper that would make 24. Don't know if you remember these. So I put this one together. I don't think I'm going to take them apart again. They're kind of awkward and tedious to put together. So I put them together and I took my Dremel and I made sure it's almost flat on both sides. There is a couple of places where they don't match right up. But it's fairly flat. Now, what I want to try to do is see if I can put the soil down in here and then move it over to the wicking mat. I'll have a thin cotton layer on top of the wicking mat so that I'd have this sheet the size of this. So I have this felt stuff, and what I'll do, I have 2 of these trays, you see. So I've got enough to make 2. And when I take the plants out, then I just got this little piece that I can take out and rinse off in the stream and then throw them in the washer and dry and wash them, right? So I'll put this back on the wicking mat now. Because the wicking mat itself, it's just, you could take the wicking mat off and throw that in the washer too if you wanted to, but I think having a piece of material to go underneath, a small piece, underneath something like this would be a better idea. So what I want to do, I didn't mention to you, so this is 11 cells wide and 24 cells this way. So I'll be able to put all of the seeds that I'm planning on setting here in the one tray for today's seeds. This will take a lot more soil than the other tray does. Maybe I should have put the onions in these two trays. There's 507. Let's see. I think I got it. No, I don't have it. It's 570 cells or something or other between the two trays. What I have here, as I went online, I mean, seed starting soil is expensive. So I watched a few videos of people that should know better than me about making your own seed starting mix. And this is a mixture of the sifted potting soil and peat moss, about half and half. So as you know, the seed starting mix has a lot more of the peat moss, cocoa coir, whatever type material in it. So I'm thinking, okay, so now I've got extra peat moss in here and it should be about right. It's what the other people that, like I say, should know more than me, are using for their mix. This tray was also done like this for me to be able to get the soil to the bottom better than you could in most of the commercial trays for putting them on the wicking mat, right? So we'll see what happens. I think I put the onions in these last year too, didn't I? I think so. Next year I'll probably go back to putting the onions in these trays again. Because if I had them in these trays, of course, I wouldn't have to worry about up-potting them. They're not in very much soil in the trays that I've got them put in right now. This might be good size. So you need something that could poke down into those square holes, right? I think I got some mixed up out there already. I just need to moisten some more. See, of course, this first part I packed down nice and hard so that it holds in the bottom, but then the top half won't be packed at all. So I put them in, I packed it all down, and then I got some more, moistened it, and I got the cells almost full now. The top part is lightly packed. And I can pick this up. This is what the bottom looks like. Now if I made this really wet, that soil would fall out. But the just damp, it'll pack in and stay in there. So I'll just take each variety and I'm going to go with each row and put one seed in each cell. So I'll have 11 set for each variety that I have, or I run out of seeds, whichever comes first. So here we are. This is the trees that we set last week, and I have this laying here. So I'll lay the tray. I'll lay the tray that I'm doing right now. I'll lay it on this, and then I won't have as much, because if you do it the other, I mean, you see how dirty the wicking mat gets. So I've got to clean off this wicking mat, but I'm thinking if I do this under each tray, then I might be able to get away with not getting the wicking mat so dirty. Bud break on the grapes by the fence. So that's weird. Bud break on Myra Bland cherry plum. That's not a surprise. They're one of the first things to leave out. The currants. Just starting. Can't get it to focus without putting my hand behind it, but here is the other sea berry. That's what the buds look like. So most of the sea berry I have is like 5 or 6 plants. The buds look like that. And then that's what they look like on the biggest tree. The rhubarb is up noticeable. Here's the garlic bed. I don't know how well you can see, but all the little green shoot sticks coming up. There's very little grass there. It's mostly garlic. It seems like every garlic bulb is growing that I planted. It's not only the grapes. This is the high bush blueberry. You see the buds are coming out on these. There's more down below here. And the second one over there, there's also buds growing on it. Of course, I have the 3 kiwi plants here. And it looks like that on this one, this branch is quite healthy. And on that one over there, I have 2 healthy branches. And the one out there, now that's the one that I broke off the only healthy branch that was on it. So we'll have to just wait and see. It looks like there might be a tiny branch growing out from down below. We'll see when everything warms up. Now that dark one there, That's the sagebush, otherwise known as Saskatoon berry. So the leaves are starting to open up on that already. I'll have to put my hand behind it again. It is a nice day, April the 19th. The wind is a little cold, but still not too bad. Put on a jacket and go out and go for a walk. Thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you in the next one.